Well, I'm going to make it the best of a good day. So decided to try and get my scope up on top of the shed roof. And you can see I've made a sort of a little bit of a start there. I'll get up there now in a second. I might as well get up there now. Now, you can see what I've done here. The box itself is going to house the telescope. I've currently just leveling it. Two heavy metal plates down there. It's all been sort of custom made, even the pipes here, and then welded on. And that's the original Skywatcher mount, which the other bit will go into. And of course an adjustment nuts on the four corners. That's how I'm leveling it up now. Then, as you can see there, I'm just putting wood underneath the corrugated. I will put builder's plastic over that, and then I've got some heavy duty mineral felt. For this part here, the actual scope, I'll be making a box cover that I can just pop on, and when I want to do some telescope work, I'll just get the ladder there, take the box off, and it's all ready to go out. I'm just going to feed the cables through the roof. That's all I need, is a small hole to feed the cables up, and really we're in business, and it'll be dry in there once it's all sorted out. So that's my scope setup. I'm sure you've seen it before on when I've done other videos, but everything will be up there and it'll all be covered in. And over here is where I'll have the few leads going up through the ceiling there to feed into the scope system, and of course they'll be coming down to the PC. So it's going okay at the moment. Everything seems to be working out fine. So I'm just going to plod on and we'll see how it goes. So this is where I am at the moment. As you can see, it's well secure. It's sitting nicely in that box. I'm just now trying to work out how to cover that and take the cover off. Everything's working out all right. I just want to make this box as light as possible to lift on and off. So that will be the last task. God, talk about improvising and trying to make up things. I should get a medal for it, shouldn't I? Anyhow, that's where we are right now. I've got to try and make some sort of box up for that to lift on and off. Yeah. Okay, I'll get back to you. So it's Wednesday morning. Lovely bright morning here in Ireland. Bit cool. But you can see I've got everything up there. I've done as much waterproofing as I can with it. What I need to do now is see those pipes there at the bottom coming up to there. I now need to take all of the cabling, which I got in that box there, and run it. Well, they're all like, there's extensions on there and everything. And then I'm going to have it coming through the ceiling here. So it'll come down and I connect everything to the PC. So I've given the place a good clean up. I'll tell you what, man, it needed it. It was in a right 2 and 8, let me tell you that. So the place in here is clean now. I should hopefully have all this done today. I'll be able to put up a little video, this one, on YouTube to let everyone know, well, the odd one or two people, that I'm nearly ready. So let me get on with this and we'll see how we go. So as you can see, a ton of wires that were there previously, obviously because of the length, but this bundle here, they're power supply units, because I have little heat, I've forgotten the name of them, these. Little heat warmers on the telescopes, or on the scopes, plus a couple of other bits as well for power supply. And that is my scope, by the way. As you can see, I made that base, which is aluminium, balanced it all out so it works, you know, so it's balanced correctly. And I have the red cap and the Sky Watcher, what's the name of that one? Yeah, Vogue 50 ED. I don't like those elongated stars I used to get, so at least I don't get that anymore. And the Canon camera, black and white tracker, and that's another colour electronic camera there. Yeah, I know, two scopes side by side. Look, that's just the way I did it, and it all balances out nicely. Took me a lot of time to sort of get that set up on that piece of aluminium plate there. Good thick aluminium plate, by the way. So that's all the cables out. Yeah, it's a matter of getting up there now and dropping the cables down. And I hope, because those cables are very long, I don't know whether I may have to go out and buy shorter ones. They are powered extra length cables, you know, the USB ones, they're powered, so everything works fine, but it just means I'll have a load of cables sitting on the floor inside. I might have shorter ones around, but I'll have to check on that. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to it just to let it an update. Okay, so hole through roof has been made. That's where the cables are going to be fed up. As you can see, it's not far, well, it's just above the computer. And then if we go up and take a look, you can see what I've done here. There. So I've got my pipe down there, and that'll be feeding all of the scope and everything up here. So everything's going fine at the moment. Just let's get those cables up, eh? I have finally finished down here anyway. All of the cabling is done. Fitted a surge protection extension there. One of them is for the go-to system, and the other one I think is for the camera, the Canon camera. The reason why it's I've got a power there for that is because I purchased this. That's like a false battery for the Canon, and it just gets a power supply put in there, and I've been using that for a long time on it, and you'd never run out of battery. Has constant power to it all the time, so that works brilliantly, and so cheap from Ali. I've got my hand controller there, But of course, I won't be using that. That gets plugged in to the PC via a little device. Yeah, you have to get a lot of little devices, I'm afraid, when you're doing all of this. I'm just popping that there, which is this one here. That is like a, it's called RS232. It's a USB to serial port adapter, which you have to have because serial ports have gone out now. But that works absolutely fine as well on it. Seems to do everything perfectly. So that is me all finished in here. I now have to just go up onto the roof, do a couple of little things up there, and I'm pretty sure that that is it. Yeah. So I'm hoping, I don't know whether it's going to be a clear night tonight, but obviously I have to download a piece of software to do live streaming on YouTube. So I have to do that as well. But it's getting there. I am very near getting my first live view up. So leave it with me. I haven't finished yet. I'll finish on this video when I've finished upstairs so we know we're ready. Okay, let's continue. I have downloaded the OBS software. I'm in the middle of sort of setting it up, and I believe I've got everything that I need done. I'm hoping I have anyway. It's a little bit breezy out there today. I don't know what tonight is going to be like because it's very cloudy at the moment, but I've still got to run some tests. I've got to obviously do a sample, make sure it's going for a live stream, but I'm basically ready. So as soon as I know that everything is working correctly, I will put a live stream up. I might even do just a small recording first to make sure that all of the scope and everything is working as I want it to work. And then once you see a video on here regarding, saying just a video of looking out into space through the telescope, you'll know it's all working fine, and then I'll start doing the odd live stream. So let's hope I can get this up and running very quickly now. Anyway, cheers, and I look forward to doing some.